Well, everyone, welcome to the Martial Arts Extraordinaire podcast. I am your host, Jessie Bowen, and I interview martial artists who are impacting the world, telling a story. We're all about history, we're all about legacy, and how can we make the world a better place. And today I have great Grandmaster Ernie Reyes, and he's the West Coast man. I mean, he's the guy that really makes it happen on the West Coast. And, we laugh all the time that, the possibility or probability of us meeting is actually sort of unlikely. But, but when you're doing good work and you're trying to make the world a better place, and he was featured on the cover of, I would think that was 2021 book. And what we do is look for those martial artists that are impacting to help to promote that and let people know how martial arts is changing lives. And he's one of these guys from the West Coast. We're going to talk a little bit about him, but today we're here on another special event. And we're going to talk about that. We are all about history. That's what we've been promoting life and the legacy. And, great Grandmaster Tony passed away back here a couple of weeks ago, and we decided that we really wanted to do something special, and a part of that special part is to be able to put him into the museum. We have the Metaverse Museum, and this year's Grandmaster Tony Thompson, and who is great Grandmaster's partner. So let's get a conversation going about him. We remember people for what they do and what they've done. It was great having an opportunity to meet him when we had our event. So let's just sort of dive in. Let's talk about you in the beginning. If people still remember the Karate Kid and your son, he was involved in that movie and everything. But, hey, welcome to the Martial Arts Extraordinaire podcast, sir.
Good. Thank you so much. It's really an honor to be here and spend some, awesome and spiritual time with you.
Well, let's talk about, about you and Grandmaster Thompson. How did you guys hook up?
Well, I just first want to say, on behalf of the West Coast Martial Arts Association, I'm honored to really share his legendary life story. He was my soul brother and co-founder of our WCAA Association. He was my longtime friend and my warrior brother for 57 years. They were glorious and unforgettable years. He was really my superhero, and he was our WCAA Association Lion King leader. And I just want to take a moment really to thank you, Grandmaster Jessie Bowen, Executive Director and Chief Publisher of AMAA, for giving us an honor and opportunity to preserve and immortalize Great Master Tony Thompson, my friend here, his martial arts spiritual journey, by now being inducted into your Metaverse Museum. Great Master Tony Thompson, no doubt, will be an inspiration to generations to come. So again, like you said, he passed away. It was on July 24th of 2025 at the age of 74 years old. Grandmaster Tony took his final bow in life and is now resting in peace. And I can say with all my heart that Great Master Quantum Tony truly lived a fulfilled life, rich in purpose, passion, legacy, and love. So you asked me, when did I first meet him? I met him in 1968. I've known him, like I said, for 57 incredible years. From the first moment that I saw him at Great Master Dan Choi's actually Taekwondo traditional class at San Jose State University, as white belts, really destiny brought us together. He was my yin to my yang. And together we created a vision that became a victory. We met as strangers and two young, wild college students, shaped by really struggle and a driven purpose. Great Master Quantum Tony came from the inner cities of Oakland, California. And that was in 1960s or so. And back then he was just having to be bused in and out to go to segregated schools. And he was the first one in that Oakland area to be able to do that. And I came from the agricultural fields of Salinas, California, where it was all about hard labor working on the fields. My mom and dad were some of the first Filipino immigrants to ever come to the United States in 1920. So we were born in hardship, but raised with grit, and we met in 1968. Was it manifested like we talked about before, a chance or a fate or purpose or a divine fortune that sometimes we meet, just like I've had the opportunity to meet you, sir? So whatever the force, one thing is clear, it was meant to be. And so Grandmaster Tony and I were martial arts spiritual Siamese twins, connected by not just blood, but by driven purpose, loyalty, and love. And little we know that decades later, we would be able to impact and empower the world in a positive way. So thank you again, sir, for just giving us the opportunity to talk a little bit about it and be able to immortalize his life story.
Well, for our listeners and viewers, you're probably wondering, what is this metaverse? Maybe you have heard of the metaverse. What we've done is constructed an online museum through the use of technology, where we now can have the portrait of the individuals that are being inducted into the museum. It's 24 hours a day open. It's available all over the world for individuals to come and learn about martial artists. What was their contribution? What did they do to become inspired by it? And once you can enter through the use of VR glasses, and VR glasses are sort of like the goggles or gaming glasses, and you can enter through the metaverse, through the VR glasses, and have an interactive experience. That means I can walk up and down the halls of the museum. I can interact with people. It'll allow 50 people in there at a time. You can text each other. You can actually speak to each other. So it's very interactive. And this is just another way that the Who's Who in the martial arts, the American Martial Arts Alliance Foundation, and our partners of trying to bring the legacy. This year in Vegas, in a few weeks, we're releasing the Who's Who in the Martial Arts Legacy biography book. And we have over 100 martial artists that we're featuring their stories. And what we've been able to do is to not only preserve it, but to help our authors who are included to write their own books. And we're really about, how do you tell that story? And this year is, Grandmaster Thompson, who had a, great story, but it lives on. It lives on through his friend, great Grandmaster Ernie Reyes. It lives on through our experience. And what we have to realize that in this short journey that we have, how do you tell the story? How many stories do you wish you have told? And right. This is what we're trying to do as a part of our books, is to be able to tell that story, leave that legacy. Because I know with great Grandmaster Ernie Reyes that, the relationship and what they've had will live on in his life and the life of his students. And for those that don't know him, the museum, they can come to the museum, and we've written up a great scripted information about his life. Next month, he'll be featured as a part of the Martial Arts Extraordinaire magazine. So there's just so many things in that we want to do to be about legacy. And sir, I know that when we speak of legacy, some people know what it is, or some people don't know what it is. But I know that, in your life and all the things that you've done. So, what is legacy, your legacy? What do you feel that your legacy is, and what do you want, we know, what do we want people to hold on about Grandmaster Tony? What do you want people to hold on about you? For me, my legacy, or what I want people to know about me, is integrity.
Right.
Is integrity. That is my whole thing, is, a person of integrity. Everything I do is try to move in integrity. So with Grandmaster, great Grandmaster Tony Thompson, what is his legacy?
I would say that I'd like to really just take a moment to share some of his martial arts teachers that had a great influence on his legacy. So his traditional martial arts teachers were Grandmaster Dan Choi, Jun Ri, Tadashi Yamashita, Wally J, Zed Kofrath, Danny No Santos, Richard Bustillo, Remy Presses, and Ron Liu. And then there became so many great martial arts friends that we had that were actually champions or great grandmasters, and they contributed to his basic training, which became really from a traditional taekwondo to mixed martial arts, multi-mixed martial arts systems of training. This foundation was really the roots of Great Master Tony's becoming a legendary teacher, to not only develop black belts in martial arts, but black belts in life. Like a true WCWA warrior of light, Great Master Tony fully embodied the 3 core life lessons that we teach our WCWA Association schools. Number 1 is develop the master's mindset, that unwavering belief and discipline to do the extraordinary. Next, number 2, the warrior indomitable spirit, that inner fire to never give up or never quit, no matter the challenge. And number 3, the power of love, a selfless ability to give unconditional love to people in time of dire need without really expecting anything in return. As far as Great Master Tony's teaching legacy, he knew the fastest way to teach anything is to become that role model of the knowledge that you're trying to get across to your students. Yes, he not only taught our 3 cores of life lessons with his heart and soul, but he truly lived them and inspired his students, including me, before he expired. So that's the legacy, I believe, perpetuating factors.
Well, that is outstanding. And again, we thank you for allowing us to celebrate with you. And this is what we want the who's who in the martial arts to be able to do. And to learn more about the Metaverse Museum, you can go to who's who in the martial arts.com. That's who's who in the martial arts.com. And what you can do once you get there, you'll go to the Metaverse Museum, and you'll see a link on the website that says Metaverse Museum. And there you can click on there and you can enter from our page. If you are using your cell phone, then you need to download an app, and you can easily navigate. Or if you're using your VR glasses, then you can Google, or you can search within the platform and actually look up, it's AMAA, and you can look it up and you can enter and you can tour. You can click on the links in there. You can purchase a book. You can go to an e-directory and see more information about the inductees that's actually featured there. And again, we have everyone from Grandmaster Chuck Norris to now, just a week ago, the great Grandmaster Ernie Reyes was inducted. And so there's so much that about legacy. When we think about the knowledge of searching, learning who we are, where did we, Ancestry is one of the most searched websites, because individuals want to know, where did I come from? Who am I related to? And in the martial arts, we have that same thing. So this is what we do there in the metaverse. So coming up this weekend, we're going to do a special program, and this information will be playing again. You're going to be seeing posts of his portrait and his certificate. But, give me a call. You can call me at 919-618-8075. You can email me at AMAA@gmail.com. And this is primarily for people that have been a part of our books. And we'd love for you to be a part of our books and learn about the art of writing, how to be able to tell your story, your memoir. So we have a lot of these things that we're really trying to bring together. And sir, I want to say, thank you, for allowing us to share in with this opportunity for life, for the renewing of life and memory and all those things that are actually happening. And as I say always, you know what my number is. It's programmed in your phone. So anytime that you need me, for something, or if you just need to talk, remember, I am here waiting for your call, and I'll be calling, checking on you too. Any last words or anything that you'd like to share?
Yes, I'd like to just we talked about this. So what about the legacy for the future, right? So as again, it's not just about us, these old guys, but it's about the future, all right? So for me, just having a feeling of Grandmaster Quantum Tony for close to almost 6 decades, I feel that his advice would be, and message would be to the younger generations to make sure that we'll have an opportunity to pass on because of, great people like you, right? And it's all about the next generation to make sure that they honor their own black belt and mastery successes of their own style, as we will all do at our WCWMA Association. And think of your martial arts journey as not just about a curriculum, but really about a sacred path. The most important thing I know he would say is train discipline of a warrior, the compassion of a leader, and the humility of a lifelong student. We got to be students for life. And let every kick, every bow, every challenge be a step towards mastering not only martial arts, but mastering your martial arts life. And he would say, protect the martial arts values of honor, loyalty, family, and bravery and spirit, and pass them forward much stronger, purer, and brighter than ever. This is how you carry on the legacy. This is how you become your own legacy. So, like I told you before, Grandmaster Quantum Tony had this saying, whether it was good or bad, life is good. And I like to say at this moment in time is, heaven is good. God is good. Rest in peace in eternity, my soul brother. I love you. Martial arts for life. I will train it, teach it, love it, and live it until my last breath, not just for myself, but for my brother and all of you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, sir. And everyone, remember, check out the metaverse. Go to Who's Who in the Martial Arts.com, and there you click on the menu where it says Metaverse Museum. It is free. Go in and check out all the legends in there. Our lower level is filling up. Get ready to go to a second level. But God bless, and remember, integrity, honesty, those are the quality of our lives. So remember, learn to be the best you can be. And teachers, remember, teach when you have the opportunity, that no ghost will come back and haunt you that says, why didn't you teach me? So we want to be greater teachers. We want to be greater leaders so we can produce greater students. This is Jessie Bowen. Be blessed.
Wait, one more thing before we leave, because I'd like to make a presentation. This is our gold medal of honor from our WCWMA Association. And on behalf of Grandmaster Quantum Tony Spirit and myself, we'd like to send this to you because of your physical, your mental, spiritual, most important, your character, and again, perpetuation of martial arts for eternity, sir. So send me your address, and I'll be sending this to you. Love you, brother.
Well, it'll be a great honor, sir. And again, us, and as always, us, as always, thank you. So everyone, this is a very, special moment for both of us, as we celebrate life and we carry that same philosophy about life and we bring that to our audience and to our students. Everyone, what is it to be a 10th degree black belt? It's a spiritual experience.
For sure.
So if you become 10th degree black belt and you're still about the physical you, then you really have missed the boat. It is about a combination of being able to be the best you can be. So that's what our program is about. And again, sir, God bless. And, we're going to be talking. And thank you for the honor, as always.
You're welcome. And peace be with all my brothers and sisters out in the world. Thank you so much. Peace.
Us.